The well-quoted pastor Steve Furtick said, "The reason we struggle with insecurity is because we compare our behind the scenes with everyone else's highlight reel." Today, with everyone else's lives tucked safely in our pockets, accessible through social media, and more specifically Instagram, it is easier now more than ever to compare our seemingly mediocre lives to everyone else's lives. However, they're probably comparing their own lives to their own posts as well. When absorbed in an extreme, Instagram can be deceptive and create unrealistic expectations, substitute for real relationships, and even become toxic or destructive through comparison and bullying. For example, have you ever heard of the trending hashtag goals? When people are covetous of something someone else has, they don't call it covetous, they call it hashtag goals. Hashtag hair goals, hashtag body goals, hashtag relationship goals, on and on and on. But the thing is, these images that are our goals are perfectly curated to be just that, perfect. An article published in 2017 in the Catalan Journal of Communication and Culture Studies stated, quote, "Self-representation allows users a greater agency and near complete control over the process of creating images. They can decide when to take the photograph, how to frame it, how to pose it, how to edit it, and finally whether or not to share it. This newly gained control is often described as one of the main reasons why young women enjoy creating self-representations," end of quote. Blogger Mike Thayer went so far as to describe deceptive Instagram photos as lifestyle porn, because he said it isn't real, much like my fake eyelashes. It's a vain illusion peddled to millions of women around the world for attention, praise, validation, and wealth. These women see the beautiful houses, fit millionaire hipster husbands with square-rimmed glasses, immaculate crafts with kids, and unspoiled kitchens with artisan food, whimsical birthday parties, endless designer clothes, and think that this is all possible. They can't look away. Even the ones who rail against it can't look away. And much like real porn, it creates fake expectations and false realities. One Instagram user said in her photo caption, "Another day, another 45 minutes spent whitening out a background." I didn't have to whiten out my background. I just had to move everything that messed up my background. Instagram can also create sometimes a false sense of connection and friendship. Many Instagram users use the app to stay connected with friends and family in long distances, and a study conducted in 2016 to find out why people use social media said that people feel validated when others follow, like, or comment on a post. Having an online community may be enriching to some people's lives, but is it enriching or replacing social experiences? For me, I moved back home about a year and a half ago, and I'm finishing school online. I'm often very busy with school, work, and family responsibilities. It's often easier for me to spend time on Instagram, watch people's stories, look at their posts, and feel connected or caught up. However, social media is not social interaction. I can often use Instagram as a social filler instead of interacting with people. A well-followed Instagrammer recently posted that she and her husband were expecting their first child, and I was more excited for them to have a baby than I was for some of my own friends. Maybe it's me, maybe it's not as big of an issue as I'm making it out to be, or maybe you can relate to me too. However, relating to people can sometimes be hard to do on Instagram too. The whole site is thick with opportunities for comparison. The recently trending curvy Instagrammer Jenna Kutcher posted last week, "It's easy to feel like she's competition, like she's your enemy. We compare our lives to strangers on the internet and watch the highlight reels of other women unfold before our eyes, and we trick ourselves into believing that her success must mean I'm a total failure." Much like I'm tricking you all into believing that I have eyebrows. ABC's Bachelorette, Kristen Bristow of 2015, came very close and personal with people who you compare others. She stated, "If anyone knows me, they know that I like to poke fun and chirp, all in good fun. I want everyone to know that I can personally handle people's opinions. I can take some heat and maybe even give some back because I'm all about a good banter, and I knew this was part of it when I signed up to be the next bachelorette. I tell myself that maybe people forget there is someone on the other end. Maybe they forget that people can read what they write, and they hide behind their computers. Maybe that's why cyberbullying has become so prevalent. Bristow continued by saying, when I have some downtime, I like to be able to log into social media and interact with people. Unfortunately, my Twitter and Instagram have become a dark place. It breaks my heart because I believe I'm a good person and have stayed true to myself throughout the whole process. Caitlin Bristow concluded by saying, I believe bullying stems from insecurities, and sure, we all have them, but it's the way we behave and treat others that speaks to our character. As humans, we are dependent on each other for our physical and emotional survival, and the way of the world these days is interactions on social media. It's a tool we use to make everyone think our lives are nothing but perfect. Bristow has since started the hashtag Realstagram and periodically posts photos without makeup and posed and edited, and she encourages others to remember the real people behind the photos. Instagram can be what you make it, uplifting and gratifying, or toxic and destructive. Macy, a mother of two, posted this week, let's join together and paddle to shore instead of constantly barely staying afloat on our own. Some of you watching may not even need this speech. Others may have learned something new from it, and still others, like myself, may be in the throes of trying to manage Instagram better. From unrealistic expectations or substituted social lives to harsh comparisons or bullying, I invite you to examine what you want to take away from your social media. And then if your reality doesn't match that principle, readjust it. Thank you for watching.